pretty quick decision. I started working with honors toppers, and we had an orientation weekend, and they started talking about Harlaxton and how to promote people and how to influence people to go to Harlaxton. And I started thinking about it, and I asked myself, why am I not going to Harlaxton? Why have I not done that? And so I looked into it, and they still had spots, and here I am.
I decided my freshman year. I went to H4, and there was a session about it, and I thought, why would I not go? It's absolutely perfect. I've always wanted to go to Europe, and this is absolutely the best. I felt like the program was created for me, and so I knew from that moment, August 2008, I was going to Harlaxton.
I knew that I had wanted to study abroad since I was like 7, and the Honors College really promoted Harlaxton, and it was pretty much everything that I wanted. An English-speaking country, the availability to travel on the weekends.
I was sitting in a seminar with Dr. Cobain, and he made the whole class solemnly promise that we would study abroad sometime during our stay at Western. And the Honors College has really pushed the Harlaxton program. I know several people who have come and done it, and I'm like, it sounds like it's good for me, and I'm gonna give it a shot.
It's kind of huge. It's really the coolest place I've ever been. I was really looking forward to being able to come here and just be in England and be in Europe and be surrounded by all of this.
It always hits me when we come up the driveway, coming home from the weekend or coming back from town. You see the manor at the top of the hill, and you just think, wow, I live here. This is cool. This is something different than any other experience I'll ever have. Most study abroad things, you live with a host family, and we are our own host family here, and we just happen to live in a castle. and that's, it has a fairy tale element to it, but at the same time it's very real. And that kind of juxtaposition is really cool.
The building itself is a 153-room castle-like manor house, and so it has all a storybook quality to it.
The house knows it's hot. You can't you can't say it's not, and you just see it. And every time I just look at it and I go, holy crap, I live there. This is my home, and it's the most beautiful building I've ever been inside.
The classrooms are unlike any you've ever seen before. They're in this beautiful mansion built in the 1800s, and people used to have fancy dinners and meetings there. They're just gorgeous, ornately decorated. You can't get that experience anywhere else.
I think that it's different from all other study abroad experiences in that you have a home base where, it's in a country obviously that speaks English, which is a benefit, and you're surrounded by a certain level of comfort to begin with. You come hopefully with some friends, or at least people you know from your university, but you also get to meet different people from different US universities. And so right from the beginning, you're meeting new people from different backgrounds from across the country, and that kind of really sets you up for that experience of getting to know people from other countries while you're here. So, and it's nice to have that sense of comfort when you come home, because we get to travel and go and see all these different places and different cultures and countries where they speak different languages or even different dialects. So it's nice to come back and have a home that feels like a home, really.
You know, you have about 150 students, so you get to know people really well. You get to meet people from all over the country, and the staff is great too. The British professors, they're really great. They teach in a totally different style, and that's just interesting in itself. So it's like a home away from home.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Lecture 6, The Reformation and the Rise of Protestant Nationalism. By the time of Henry's death in 1547, England had not yet been converted into a Protestant nation, and the majority of the population would not have identified themselves.
British Studies is a 6-credit course, 6-hour course taken by everybody who comes here. And it's the defining course at Harlaxton. Then they do electives around that course.
I'm taking a couple of gen eds, and then everyone has to take British Studies, which I absolutely love because I'm a history minor and I love history. And I think I know more about British history than I do American history. But I'm okay with that because it's really interesting, and even the people who aren't particularly interested in history have gotten a lot out of the class. It's really difficult and challenging, but I've learned very much.
And every single student goes through the 6-credit-hour British Studies course, and that is a bonding experience. And every student is getting the same lecture material, the same kind of discussions in their seminars, they're taking the same examinations, working on similar papers, doing group projects. And that bonding experience, I think, is really special. The faculty are amazing. The British Studies faculty are absolutely fantastic. They're going to be lifelong friends of mine. I really think what they're providing for our students is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. And I think the visiting faculty who have been here this semester have been really top-notch. And so I think our students are really getting a high-quality education experience. And at the same time, getting the opportunity to travel to all of these wonderful places in Europe on the weekends.